Prime Minister Narendra Modi will deliver the inaugural address at the third No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference or Counter-Terrorism Financing at 9:30 a.m. today. The two-day conference will offer a unique platform for participating nations and organizations to deliberate on the effectiveness of the current international regime on the counter-terrorism financing as well as steps required to address the emerging challenges. The conference will work towards enhancing the global cooperation to deny the finances to the terrorists and access to permissive jurisdictions to operate. It will be attended by about 450 delegates from across the world. All right, Mohit Bhatt joins us on the phone line. Mohit Bhatt, what more can you tell us about this No Money for Terror meet? Indeed, a very important meet coming in the backdrop of a time when the top global leaders are uniting in the fight against terror. What more can you tell us about what all announcements, what all statements Prime Minister is expected to make?
Well, you see, this particular meeting is happening in India, and the representatives from 75 countries are expected to attend this particular meet. And the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, would be addressing the gathering at around 9:30 a.m., which is happening at Hotel Taj Palace in Delhi. And you see, basic agenda for this two-day meet is to discuss the global trends in terrorism and terror financing, and use of formal and informal channels for terrorism, emerging technologies and terror financing, and also how exactly the international community will get together to address challenging in combating terrorist financing. Because remember, now these days a new trend has come in which social media is used for crowdfunding, and that money is being used, and it has come out in various cases to fund the terror organizations, and that is why the use of funding platforms to finance these terrorist activities and weak control mechanisms of social media is one of the four main agendas of this particular meeting, which is hosted by India. So it's a very, very important meeting, given the fact that we know that how India has suffered a lot and still we are fighting with terrorism, and how exactly we need to weaken the terrorism, how exactly we need to hit on the money trail that funds the terrorism, including the social media. That all will be discussed in this meeting, and that is why, as you said, that the host of countries are attending this particular meet, and what exactly the Prime Minister has to say in the inaugural address would be very, very important, because Prime Minister at the national and international platforms has again and again raised the issue of terrorism and how exactly India is impacted by the terrorism, and all those mechanisms which are used to fund terror and terror activities will be discussed in this particular meeting, and how exactly the international community will have to get together and hit on the money trail. That all will be discussed. So an important address by the Prime Minister at 9:30. We have to wait and watch what exactly the PM has to say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mohit, for joining us live with all those very important details.